You posted the video. The thumbnail, it looks decent. And the content is good, genuinely good. And you know it's better than half of what's already ranking on the topic. And then you open YouTube Studio. 48 hours later, and the impressions are flat. The viewers are coming exclusively from your existing subscribers, and the algorithm has apparently decided your video doesn't exist for anyone who isn't already following you. And this specific frustration, you know, good content that goes nowhere is the most common complaint in the creator community, and the one with the most specific diagnosable causes. It is almost never bad luck. It is almost always one of five things. And here they are, and how to identify which one is yours and exactly what to fix. How recommendations actually get triggered. But before the five causes a quick mechanical picture, because understanding the trigger makes the causes obvious, okay? YouTube's recommendation system doesn't evaluate your video and decide whether it's worth recommending. It evaluates your video performance with a test audience and uses those signals to decide whether to expand distribution. And every video starts with a test. The test audience is drawn from your existing subscribers and from viewers of similar content. If the test audience clicks at a rate that signals genuine interest and stays long enough to signal genuine satisfaction, the algorithm expands the recommendation to a larger audience. If either signal is weak, the test ends and distribution contracts, and the video lives on your channel without an organic reach. And the five reasons video don't get recommended all map to failures in the test. Either the test audience isn't the right audience, the presentation doesn't generate enough clicks, the content doesn't retain enough viewers, or the channel's history undermines trust, or the competitive landscape is too established for a new video to break through at the test stage. And each has a different fix. Reason number one, okay? That the test audience is the wrong audience. This is the most invisible failure mode and the one that requires the most significant strategic change to fix. The algorithm draws your test audience from your existing subscriber base and from viewers who recently watched similar content. If your subscriber base is scattered, accumulated through years of inconsistent posting, subscribe for subscribed exchanges, or viral moments and unrelated niches, the test audience doesn't match the content being tested. Imagine you have 5,000 subscribers, but 2,000 came from a viral cooking video 2 years ago. 1,000 came from a gaming video, and 2,000 are genuinely interested in your current personal finance content. When your new personal finance video gets tested with that mixed subscriber base, the cooking and gaming subscribers don't click. And the CTR looks low not because the thumbnail failed, but because the test audience was wrong for the content. And the algorithm interprets low CTR as low interest and contracts the distribution. The fix is long and unglamorous, okay? Posting consistently in your current niche long enough that the audience profile of active recent viewers aligns with the content. Each new video slightly shifts the subscriber base towards the right audience, and each disengaged subscriber from the wrong period contributes less to the test pool as their activity fades. And over 30 to 50 consistent videos in the right niche, the test audience self corrects. There's no faster path. The short term tactical help is to feature your most recent niche content primarily on your channel's page, to create a channel trailer that immediately signals who the channel is for, and to direct new viewers explicitly to your niche content. Every subscriber acquired for the right reason improves the test audience quality that all future videos benefit from. Reason number two, the thumbnail isn't doing its job. We've heard it a time and time again. A thumbnail that isn't generating clicks from the test audience is a door that's locked, and the algorithm knocks on it and nobody answers, and it moves on to the next video in the queue. No amount of retention quality compensates for a thumbnail that doesn't convert. And the CTR threshold that triggers meaningful recommendation expansion varies by niche and audience size, but a rough benchmark is 4% as the floor and 6% to 8% as the range, where the algorithm begins pushing with meaningful confidence. And below 4%, distribution stays minimal regardless of what happens after the click. Check your thumbnail CTR in YouTube Studio under the Reach tab. If you're below 4% consistently, the thumbnail is the primary problem, and everything else is secondary. Rebuild it with the principles that actually drive clicks. A single dominant visual element, face or object. Maximize, maximum 3 words of large text, enough to read at mobile size. High contrast between the subject and the background, and a color scheme that stands out against YouTube's interface rather than blending into it. And one diagnostic problem is search for your video main topic on YouTube and look at your thumbnail next to the competing results. Does it stand out? Does the eye go to it naturally? Or if it disappears in the visual noise of the results page, it needs work regardless of how good it looks in isolation. Reason number three, the hook isn't holding the test audience. CTR gets viewers in the door. The hook determines whether they stay long enough for the algorithm to register. Satisfaction. If the first 60 seconds of your video doesn't create a compelling reason to continue, you'll see a sharp retention drop at the beginning of your retention curve. And the steepest drop, too. It will occur in the first minute, or to rather being gradual across the video. That's usually when it happens, right in the beginning. And YouTube Studio is under the engagement tab for any underperforming video. A healthy retention curve starts high and it declines gradually. An unhealthy one drops sharply in the first 60 seconds, often losing 40 to 60% of viewers before the video has had a chance to demonstrate the value, even. If this is your pattern, the hook is the problem, and nothing else matters until it's fixed. And the hook needs to do one thing in the first 30 seconds: create unresolved tension that makes leaving feel like a loss. The result, first hook, the story in progress hook, the uncomfortable truth hook, any of the hook structures that work are all variations of the same mechanism. Give the viewer a reason to need to know that comes next before they decide whether to stay. Rewrite your hook after the video is complete. When you know exactly what the video delivers and can build the opening backward from the payoff, a hook written is a guess. A hook written last is a precise promise. Reason number four, the channel's trust score is too low. As covered in the algorithm video, YouTube maintains a channel level trust score built from the cumulative performance of your upload history. A channel with a history of low retention videos, regardless of why the retention was low, has a depleted trust score that the algorithm is reluctant to bet on. Even a genuinely strong new video gets a more cautious, smaller initial test that when the channel history suggests unreliability. If your last 10 videos have engaged below 35% retention, your channel trust score is suppressed and your new video starts the test at a disadvantage that good individual performance takes time to reverse. And the fix is sustained improvement across multiple consecutive videos too. Not one outlier, but a pattern of improvements that gives the algorithm, gives them confidence that the channel has changed. And this is why one great video rarely breaks a channel out of the slump. One great video improves the trust score marginally, and 10 great videos in sequence, it rebuilds it. So meaningful, the algorithm needs a pattern, not an exception. And here's reason number five, the competitive ceiling in your niche. Some videos don't get recommended not because they failed a test, but because they passed it moderately, and the competition for that recommendation slot is too dang strong. In highly established niches, the algorithm is already recommending content from channels with millions of subscribers and thousands of positive data points. A new video from a small channel that passes the test with a 5% CTR and a 48% retention is competing against established videos with a 7% CTR and a 62% retention built over years. And the algorithm chooses the higher confidence options. This isn't a solvable problem through optimization, it's a niche selection problem. If you're in a niche where the established channel have overwhelming algorithmic advantages, the path forward is either niching down further to a sub segment the big channels aren't serving specifically, or shifting emphasis to search driven traffic where your content can rank on specific queries, regardless of your channel's authority. And the diagnostic questions are your impressions coming from browse, and recommendations are almost exclusively from like the search and direct. It almost exclusively search. Your content is finding an audience through search intent, but not getting traction in the recommendation system. That might be a niche competition problem rather than a content quality problem. And here's the diagnosis process, okay? Don't guess which of these 5 is your problem. Diagnose it in order, okay? Start with your CTR. If it's below 4%, stop everything else and fix the thumbnail. And second, check your early retention curves. If you're losing more than 30% of viewers in the first 90 seconds, fix the hook. And third, look at your channel's average retention across the last 10 videos. If it's consistently below 35%, trust score is suppressed and you need sustained quality improvements across multiple videos. And fourth, check your impression sources. If browse and recommendations impressions are near zero, even on your better performing videos, the test audience alignment or competitive ceiling issue is your bottleneck. And the video isn't getting recommended is not a mystery. It's a diagnostic problem with a specific cause and a specific fix. Find the cause, apply the fix, and repeat until the pattern changes. The algorithm isn't ignoring your channel, it's waiting for the signal that your channel is worth betting on. Give it that signal consistently, and the recommendations they will follow. Thanks for watching. If you liked today's video, check out this one on the right. It can also help you on your journey on here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.